Once you go makeup, you don't go back. Once you put a whole face beat on your face using an app, it's hard to rock up here looking tired and everything. Because that's what not wearing makeup makes women look like. Tired. I don't want to look tired. I want to look engaged and polished. You know how chicks wearing makeup, they look like they smell good and they look very serious. And I want to look serious. So I'm all about that makeup business. I like it. I just like it because it presents so much better for my videos. It makes me look cleaner and neater. Even when I have not showered, I look like I've scrubbed my body to a leathery, silky, like texture. Yeah, I like makeup. It's polished. So for those reasons, and like I said, it makes you look super serious. I dare you to go and listen to Candace Owens from beginning to end when she's out here doing a plain-faced video. It's hard to even see that, like, take her seriously. Like, every woman that is on social media that is doing very hard work, like, it was like hot topics, like current events, out here trying to get you to take her seriously about the nuke landing in some other part of the planet. Well, maybe not so much nuke, but perhaps maybe, I don't know, a carpet bomb. Yeah, they got a full face beat. Go and watch those news anchors on CNN, on Fox, even right down these streets, go SABC News and NCA. I dare you to make like Alicia Keys and rock up with a little strategy to be barefaced as a news anchor and see if they're not going to conveniently find a replacement for you type establishment thing. There is a reason why the journalism industry is as shallow as it is, albeit being as deep as it is. It requires women to be exceptionally talented, really intelligent, really gifted, but you better also come with some excellent genes. Your mama and daddy, you better win the lottery from them. Otherwise, you're always just going to be some correspondent doing the weather, getting blown away by a hurricane. You are not going to sit in an anchor chair unless you work more like a dog than most. It's just hard if you are not typically polished, pretty, to be in the news as a woman. It's this world. That's why I keep on saying, shrewd as a snake, innocent as a dove. Even when you are not necessarily a journalist in the sense that you're a news anchor, but you do journalism-y type work, like a bit of a Candace Owens or an Ellie Beth Stuckey, you still need to be polished with makeup. Like, it's about looking at the world, scanning it on the left and on the right. Do you understand? And if at all you are going to enter a market and be any level of successfully competitive in it, you gotta be like them. If you're going to make any dent, you have got to basically realize that there's no time to be on some, me as a woman, I don't have to wear makeup to make you listen to me, because just like a man, I can wake up and rock up and speak and everybody hear me. Yeah, you could run with that and be an activist, a protagonist concerning a makeup-free look and make like Alicia Keys. Very well. You could do that, but it's just going to take so much more for you to ultimately convince a people. It's easier. Do you understand? Like, look at like the woman on this one news anchor on, is it WeOn or what? WeOn. Hey, yo, don't come at me. WeOn. She is so fly, that chick. She is so fly, and she's so fly and she's so beautiful that every so often they make her cover global news standing up instead of sitting down behind a chair, because she's got such beautiful legs. And my thing is, yo, badlala ngalabafazi yazwa. But you see, that's the extreme of exploiting a woman's beauty. Ain't nobody else you need to be wearing a mini skirt while explaining some shelling happening in the Ukraine. It's not necessary. The grand majority of them are clothed, their bodies are covered, their cleavages are behind closed doors, but their faces are just so pretty. I mean, it's that blush. Look at those eyelashes or the hair. You could just yawn in front of these women and sway left and right and I'll just be commenting on how cute she is before you find out what she said 2 seconds ago. People need to be distracted by a pretty face, and I came to learn that the very uncomfortable and unfortunate way, because in the same way that they're prepared to destroy your future because you're pretty, they're also prepared to give you a future because you're pretty. It's called pretty privilege, and I've got it. Do you understand? And Mio, my Godo, has given me understanding that, baby girl, even though you can't afford to go and buy makeup at this game and do a full face beat every day, it's not even worth your while. Why would you? You're gonna be out here clogging your pores for 5 minutes and then cry over a basin washing off makeup because nobody watched you. Use an application. So before I can put some real makeup on my face, I am going to put some fake makeup on my face until it is worth my while to be out here doing a full face because I'm doing something. I'm covering a video with some other woman that's not comfortable with using app makeup. So therefore I'm going to put my own makeup on because I'm collaborating with them. That's my future. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I also understand that and I have got to be current, and I've also got to be reaching. I've also got to be relevant in ways that are hard to ignore. The very same greed and the very same abuse that I am endured under is the very same lack thereof of greed and lack of greed that I'm also going to benefit under. I'm going to be doted over, and I'm going to be loved, and I'm going to be respected, and I'm going to be protected. And I'm going to gain all those things for the very same reason why I lost them once before. Because I'm just really very cute. And never mind being cute, I'm a good girl. And I'm worthy of being listened to. I'm smart. I'm a combination. I am the whole 9. The whole package. It's just that right now people are trying to exploit that package and sell it for 10 for the price of 1. But the day's gonna come when I will be adored for being a virtuous woman that's also really beautiful. And I'm going to amass for myself an audience precisely because people like my face. Just like Ali Beth Stuckey. Just like Candace Owens. She's really cute. And it has a lot to do with her cute. Why a whole bunch of people follow her. Because right next to all that cute is all this intelligence and all this precision-guided missiles. All these precision-guided missiles coming out of her mouth that are hitting bullseyes, except for the one concerning anti-Semitism. But nonetheless, largely, it's quite good. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Just in the same way that these women are like that, and many of these other news anchors. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. But not first before being squandered with sorrow because of a ridiculous entitled spirit roaming these streets. So, being innocent as I am, as a dove, I am therefore also being shrewd as a snake to essentially magnify all that which is exquisitely glorious for no other reason but to knock out of the woods any other potential competition out here trying to be me, anybody else out here trying to counterfeit me, because the Lord showed me that there are a couple of women who, guys, you're whack, okay? Who are counterfeiting my content. They are listening to me speak and they are copying everything that I am. My mannerisms, my whatnot. Starting their own YouTube channels out here acting all Christian. They are literally putting themselves in front of people the way that Adonijah out here put himself as king of Israel. Before David could die, trying to take over Solomon's position. And then it came to bite him in the nether regions. Because it was supposed to be Solomon that was supposed to take the kinghood, right? Yeah, that's what's good. I've got a whole bunch of Adonijah females from what the Lord has shown me that are copycats of my ministry, and yet they are witches that are blocking me from ever breathing again. They are trying to make money. These women are trying to make money on YouTube or any other social media platform because nobody's actually targeting them for decimation, right? Using bullet points from my content, using bullet points from my messages. Like, they literally grab what I speak in my messages and they make them their what do they call it? Script. Yeah, I'm unscripted, right? I rock up here and I speak as the Holy Spirit leads, and these women script my unscripted ad hoc messages where I rock up and I just spit bullets. And even then, they don't compare, they don't come close, because after all, they are scripted. They're not the organic messenger. And they are hoping to acquire the clout that would belong to me. They want to be me to a point where they've actually it started entire ministries with my kind of style of ministry. All the best, okay? When I'm mad, when I'm angry, and when I'm sad, I rock up with my sass because that's how I am responding. It's a coping mechanism. It's a reaction. It's a response to, it's an adrenaline response to pain. All the best copying that. All the best simulating the right conditions until you are so filled by the Spirit in responding in sorrow that you just spit bullets. Like, all the best. Like, whatever, look. Let these women do what they want to do, but they're like Adonijah. Okay, they have copied my ministry, and they've gone on right ahead out there in the streets to try and basically be me, just some volume 2.0. It's all good, Adonijah. Enjoy your day in the sun. Alright, you're gonna move out the way very soon, because I'm the real deal. And amidst these women are some who are so shallow and so below the belt that they have bewitched, as I told you earlier, like istrito, chubaba spells, age overnight spells, wada spells. Some of these women are so junior to me in the sense that they're young, like 20s, that I don't even know why you're competing with a 40-year-old woman. You have so much time to amass all that experience and to become good at what you do. And yet, you are sabotaging such an old lady. So my thing is, if you can sabotage such an old lady, what are you doing to your peers? What are you doing to other 26-year-olds on the left and on the right? I have no clue. Just like this woman at YouTube. Like, she's a kid. In comparison to me, I could have been her mentor. But instead, she's made herself my enemy. And the thing that has made her that feverish with that kind of war against my person is the very thing I'm speaking about right now, the shrewdness as a snake. It's my glory. It is the glory that the Lord has given me. So if this glory can cause women to want to copy my ministry instead of set me free, and if it can cause men to want to quickly just marry me or kill me before I can ever get found by anybody else out there in the streets, it tells me that when the right eyes finally are on me, it's going to win me restoration. Essentially the tantamount of resurrection. Like Lazarus, I'm going to come forth. And when I come forth, honey, there will not be any stopping me. The counterfeit will always be seen for what it is when glaring, gawking at you, galloping like a horse in the wilderness. The real deal presents itself. They're shallow and lacking that depth. That's the reason why they're going to fail at what they're trying to do as me. They don't have the true compassion I have for women, and they also don't have the true passion that I have for Christ, and so therefore for souls. And you can't simulate that. You can't put it in a vacuum and isolate variables and then achieve similar events. You cannot be believable as a counterfeit. Hence why TikTok is on its way out, because it tried to be a free platform for creatives having the kinds of ideals that it has as a communist country. And it's now going to fall apart precisely because of how much it just could not help but persecute Christians at like just exorbitant levels. It could not help but be itself. So you can't help but be who you are, no matter how much you try to counterfeit some other lady or some other dude. Okay, anyway, whatever. So with all of these counterfeits all over the show, the Lord then, Mina, has given me ideas. I told you that I happened upon VN, a video editor, and it has captions. And I told myself that VN video editor, I'm going to move over there permanently. Once CapCut out here makes everything pro, but there's no makeup on VN video editor. And I knew that would always just be an issue for me. But what they do definitely have are captions. So it's been banked at the back burner, just chilling. The fact that I have knowledge of VN video editor having captions, I just know that, right? I just know that. Months progress, and here it is now that we're dealing with CapCut. Proing everything. They're proing everything. And like I said earlier, they get to, except not when they're persecuting the body of Christ. God is picking a controversy with them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, very well. Ever since they took away features for makeup Even my presets that were once free are now pro. I've been scrummaging, alright, running around from pillar to post. Because like I said earlier, I'm trying to be like a reporter, a news anchor. I'm trying to be somebody important out here speaking about world events. And people have a thing about people like those being postured, poised, if they're women, wearing a whole bunch of makeup, speaking about important matters across the world, and you being so puzzled as to why this individual is so cute and not just posing, but instead they're speaking such haughty matters. I'm trying to be just exactly that. Do you understand? I can't be that without makeup. I can't be that without a poise. I can't be that without earrings and a certain look. There was a time when I used to rock up in my videos wearing dukes and like just basic whatever, like just some hoodie. There was a time when I used to do that because I was like, who cares? Like, really? Because what I'm saying is what's important here. And I stopped. I actually started to invest in rocking earrings and putting on a face of makeup using an application and putting on a shirt that, even though I keep repeating my shirts time and time again because I don't have too many I do have a sufficient change of clothes, but my stuff is packed up in storage bags and I don't want to go and fetch it, so I just kind of wear the same shirts, t-shirts time and time again, and then I scrunch them up like this and I make them look all cute and whatnot. I try to look as presentable as possible. I also try to clean up the background as best as possible. Ideally I prefer to come from my vehicle, but these days it's been kind of murky outside and I prefer the weather murky because then it's not so hot in this room. But with it being murky, the quality of the video is not that great because daylight sun hours are excellent for video quality, but when it's murky it's really terrible. So I just wait for the night for the room to cool down and then I do my videos at night. Like right now it's after midnight, it's like 1 a.m. in the morning. Okay, yeah, and then I have to put up a whole bunch of stuff in the background to hide the background to try and make it look as cute as I possibly can given the circumstances, right? Because I just have this thorough comprehension of tabaure. Quality is key. Quality is absolutely key. So if I can't come from a studio, I have to come from an environment sufficiently artistic looking enough for people to not actually underestimate me based on my background. There was a time when I did a short on YouTube. I've been trained by this god of ours, hey? There was a time when I did a short on YouTube where I was sharing my sentiment concerning all of these abusive men and their entitlement for respect over women despite being lacking in character. And one such misogynistic miscreant commented. That was back when I still had comments on my YouTube channel. People like him made me eradicate comments because I'm too sensitive. I'm going through too much, okay? So I can't take even the smallest little blow. It feels, even the smallest little nasty comment feels like a gnarly, like infection, like a necrotizing fasciitis that out you're gonna get my whole hand amputated, okay? So I'm too sensitive. But before I closed my comments, this guy out your comments and says, before, something along the lines of, before you start complaining about mistreatment by men, clean up that dirty room that you're living in. I was so heartbroken by that. This guy said that this room that I'm living in is dirty based on gray paint in the background that he could see and dim lighting that was not reflecting or bouncing off the walls sufficiently to show that it's not dirty, just gray paint, gray paint and overlain with brown paint. But just the fact that he said that, it set me off so badly that I wrote a response that was the size of a paragraph, and I was like, if I got 30 evil comments, am I gonna write 30 chunky paragraphs to people because I'm out here explaining why I'm even living in these conditions? No. So I closed my comment section because I can't help but respond like that because I'm sensitive. I'm skinned. So the smallest little brace on me feels like a scrape. So that dude afflicted me so badly that when I read, like I said, such comments as those caused me to close off my comment section altogether, and now the only people I respond to are those that go out of their way to basically search out my email address, go out of their way to search out my Facebook DM space. They tend to be generally decent because they go out of YouTube to actually talk to me. But the ones that can just easily scroll down and comment, they're the ones that can drop bombs, and so I avoid them like altogether, and it's worked swimmingly. I'm not about to go and open my comment section. I did let you guys know that the only day that I'm ever going to open my comment section is when I am married and my husband will be my moderator, because I'm too sensitive. I can't deal with trash from people. I'm too sensitive. I've gone through too much. Okay, I'm not the person I used to be. I don't take blows as easily anymore. With that rando baboon saying what he said about my wall in the background, that's when I started either recording outside or putting up stuff to hide certain facets of my background, to ascertain that it doesn't look so bad. And that's when I also started to invest in lighting. Like I've got a light. Yeah. I started to invest in lighting so as to brighten the environment, so nothing looks too gray, too dull, too brown, and therefore dirty. I started to do stuff like that, preferring, however, to rather come from outside of this environment instead of being indoors. But if I'm indoors, I do what it is that I've done in the background right now, and it has significantly improved the quality of my ministry because of, you know, poverty not just yawning and gawking at people, because people will come at you and they will be so below the belt with things that are outside of your control when it's all that they have that they can mock you with. So when you're poor, they'll mock you with the fact that you are poor, even though what you're saying is so reaching and is so telling. They will highlight stuff that's outside of your control. They're below the belt. Like goodness, I've had people mock me for my big forehead, for crying out loud, because they're just petty. Do you understand? So when you're dealing with such petty energy in the sky, you have got to have 10,000 other things to slam them with that then will leave them looking just like exactly what they are, just petty and little and microscopic, therefore sufficiently enough to be ignored. And that's why they have to shout and scream so loudly that anybody at all might hear them. They're a squeal and a screech that must make that noise for anyone to look at them. So they've got to be rude. They've got to be below the belt. They've got to be ridiculous. I've started to basically look at stuff that way. But I certainly don't let them speak it to me. Do you understand? I don't let them speak it to me. I also started wearing wigs for those reasons. Whenever my hair got old and tired, like right now, my hair's actually getting old and tired. So I started, like, whenever my hairstyle would start to get old, but I'm ready to bring down my protective style, I would then wear wigs so that nobody could give me grief concerning how unkempt my hair might be or whatever. But my hair is, to this day, still by far the most hard for me to maintain looking a particular way, because my life just really sucks. But I try, you know, I try, but it's like proper. I don't know how to lay edges. Let's just leave life alone. Let's leave life alone. But at least I'm looking polished. Makeup makes all the difference. I need makeup in order to give myself that polished look, and in order for me to compete with global standards, essentially, of reporting. I need makeup for those reasons, right? Because I'm making myself a reporter. Understand, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm actually covering Bible prophecy as it is in tandem with global events. The world as we know it, I'm covering it from the vantage point of Christianity, and it is important for me to be professional that way. That professionalism, the Lord has been the one to instill it in me, and He has enabled me to run from pillar to post to find free ways to achieve it. He's made me very industrious. So with CapCut out here eliminating certain makeup looks, it's taken away from me the boldness of eyelashes and so extreme pretty. Like a clean face is cute if you're pretty naturally, but when you add makeup on that, you just kill it extra. And I have a thing about very extreme eyelashes, and I also know that people have a thing about what do they call this thing? Frontline stuff, like what you just happen upon at a first glance. People have a thing about an outward appearance, okay? Bajwalo. They're shallow, they shouldn't be, but they are, okay? And so because people are as shallow as they are, it is imperative, therefore, to be shrewd as a snake, and therefore accommodate some of that insofar as you're not immodest. Insofar as you're not immodest. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So VN, video editor, could never ever give. It could never ever suffice. It could never ever be enough. It could never be what I'm running with in these streets. It's too empty. There are people that can prosper, that can succeed, to get really far with their YouTube channels, women, without putting makeup on. Alright? Because they're not beleaguered on all sides. They're not afflicted. They're not persecuted. They don't have the whole world out here gunning for their souls. They're not being perpetually harassed with death spells on the daily. They are not targeted. And so they can rock up and do a hair video. I watch a lot of hair content online. And a lot of these ladies that do hair content are clean-faced. They're barefaced. They are just showing us how they take care of their 4C hair. And they've got big channels. They're doing so well. Right? Yeah. Nobody is trying to kill them every single day. So they can basically very innocently rock up as barefaced as they are and be adored by a world that appreciates what they have to say. But when you are the target of scrutiny by selfish degenerates of a satanic nature, you have to be so ornate and so shiny that the regular man or woman on the left and on the right would look at you because they have to look at you, because they can't ignore you because of certain things. You can't expect to be aided along plain when you are targeted, when you are kidnapped, when you are a hostage. There has to be something like a trinket on you that is so shiny that it'll cause extra attention on you than the regular man or woman on the street would need to, you know, in order to get seen. When you need to be seen, you have to be ornate. It's what I'm getting at. Because you're being punished, you're being afflicted, you're being decimated. That's what's happening with me. I am being abused like no man's business by a whole bunch of occult creeps, and there are men who feel entitled to my hand in marriage, despite me saying time and time again, I'm not doing it, okay? There are women who feel entitled to me being buried for the rest of my days, going absolutely nowhere, doing nothing, and essentially slipping through the cracks. I therefore cannot on that day be plain, because no one is going to listen to me, given that I'm buried. I have to have trinkets on my body that are shiny and that are loud, like little bells that keep on going ding 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 ding. So I sing so much, but I sing because I just love to do it. But I sing a lot. I'm ornate. I am colorful. I'm artistic for those reasons. No, I'm artistic because that's just how God made me. But it is important that I be that way to get out of this, to escape this, to survive. Also, when a person rocks up disheveled because their life is disheveled, because they're in pain, the world is shallow, and I spoke about that the other day. When a person that is struggling and is disheveled comes to you on the side of the street as you're walking, you are more inclined to say, I don't have anything, I can't help you, because you expect them to ask you for help. But when they're clean and they're neat and they're pretty and they come and they talk to you, you are more inclined to listen to them because you won't feel like they're going to bother you. That's the way the world is wired. It's behavioral psychology. So I have to look like I don't need help, even though I need it. I have to get people listening to me from beginning to end, because they wouldn't listen to me if I just rocked up here. I have to look like a damsel in distress. Ain't nobody look like a damsel in distress when they're out here looking disheveled and retired from care of their outward appearance. When they're out here looking like a witch with a mole that big on their forehead, when they're not taking care of their skin, when they're not exfoliating, and when they're not taking baths, people are gonna look at you like a homeless person. The way that they look at homeless people, you're homeless, so of course you're dirty. And nobody's gonna be trying to get them out of that position. But if you are just looking like a whole eyelash batting queen, when you look like an eyelash batting queen with a face beat for days and some cute shirt in a dungeon, you are not gonna look like a squatter. You're gonna look like a hostage. You're not going to look like you're squatting, trying to find a place to sleep for the night. But you are going to look like you've been imprisoned. And so there's going to be efforts to get you set free. So I gotta look like a duchess, a queen, a princess, however, in some hole, in some ditch, with my crown and everything. So that when people see that sparkling crown, they're gonna be like, oh my, there is royalty in a hole. Let us go and grab a harness and take her out. What have they done to the queen? Shrewd as a snake, though innocent as a dove. That's why I need makeup applications. That's why I invest in my outward appearance. I cannot be disheveled because I'll clean up once I'm set free. I will be dirty for the rest of my days because nobody rescues a dirty person. That's just this world. So CapCut, when then it decided to go and over and above ByteDance, kicking me off their platform. Now they have taken away all their makeup to make me look polished like a cute news anchor. VN video editor, not unacceptable. They don't have many of the filters that I need. It is not about vanity, it's a strategy. Do you understand? But I do know that they've got captions, like I said earlier. CapCut, very soon are going to monetize everything that I need, and the free version is going to still stay because they need to incentivize people to buy Pro. So they will still have enough features that are on the free version, but a person that started with them from the an OG that was with them from more or less the beginning, when they were still in the beta phase of development, a person like that will feel the pinch with every new feature that they were using that they take away. They will feel the pinch. And I've felt the pinch of CapCut proing everything I needed. Proing background remove, proing makeup features, proing voice isolation, proing. They just keep proing stuff. And I'm feeling it. And I've become so used to some of these features that I'm out here pining because they took away certain makeup looks. And so what have I done the past couple of days? It's been like maybe a week and a half too that they've gone rogue on me with taking away makeup features. I've been in and out penduluming between what you call this. I've been in and out penduluming between Beauty Plus and UCam makeup, so as to apply makeup in basically a camera that has a makeup recorder in it, a camera that can record with makeup on already, so that when I edit my content on CapCut, I don't have to add makeup, just color correction, music, and whatever else that I do, like that I need, that I feel I need to do, like the adding of my caption and what have you, all the stuff that I do. Export it with that standard definition quality. There's no need to do HD, not yet. The day's coming, watch out for it. Like Cell C, it's coming, where my videos are going to improve, where they're going to be landscape, all of them, where my background's going to be improved because I'm coming from a cute apartment and all that jazz. But for now, we are cool with 9x16, and this 9x16 has got to be stellar quality, right? That's what's good. But so standard definition is cool. Like even on YouTube, when you bomb it up on a PC, it looks really good, and it looks even better on mobile. When you watch a YouTube video with that aspect ratio on mobile, it looks higher quality on the mobile device than on the computer. But even the one on the computer looks really good, right? So it looks good enough, because what's important, I'm a talking head video. I'm not really showing people things in my video. I'm not showing people skits, dances, what's important is what I'm speaking. But the initial thing that draws, and the background is not grieving or underestimate worthy for people to just be clicking away and what have you. I would like to imagine that I'm worthy of hanging out with from beginning to end. Okay? Yeah. That's what's good. So all the edits that I do inside CapCut mobile enables me to just export, and then my content like at the speed of lightning. My content at the speed of lightning, I'll just be uploading on TikTok, right? not TikTok, what is this, Facebook, not Facebook, YouTube. My content be uploading out here on YouTube at record speeds. And so when I wake up after brushing my teeth and doing everything, I create my thumbnail inside Canva, the free version. Everything is free for me, right? The free version, I create my thumbnail, and that is the thing that draws people to the BMW dealership, right? I need my thumbnails, and YouTube recently out here persecuted the living daylights out of me by taking away my advanced features, and so therefore making it hard for me to upload as many thumbnails a day as possible. But it wasn't YouTube, it was some silly chick that works in a branch of YouTube in South Africa that took away my advanced features. Like, I can't say that enough. I already did a video of that nature. So now I have to be careful as to what time of day I upload my content and when I put up my thumbnail, lest I should not be able to put up all my thumbnails. Once then my thumbnail and my video are ready, boom, we are just publishing content every single day, like literally 6 parts, 7 parts, 9 parts, 5 parts every day. This work that I do it, well, largely every day. Some days I can skip if I feel like I'm safe to do so, but right now I don't feel like I'm safe to do so, in order to achieve the very thing that I keep on saying right now: the repentance and the hearkening to certain of the people that are surveilling my ministry, monitoring me ever so closely. Because I don't need you, randos, do you understand? To set me free. YouTube is going to set me free as a part of a policy decision that is ubiquitous across all of Africa. And on that day, I'm going to soar like a bird. But you are going to be left severely wanting. Repent in advance, you have been warned. And by the time that my content goes out there and flies like a bird, soars, this is what they're going to be looking at. This woman that has been speaking these important things, prophesying so richly, it's gonna be bizarre that no one was watching me. It's going to be bizarre. In the same way that it would be bizarre for Candace Owens to post a video and after 5 hours her have 5 views. It's going to be bizarre. And the reason it's going to be bizarre is because God made me all that which glitters, that is always gold. I am pristine, I am stellar, do you understand? My content is excellent. It's high quality. Top of that, I'm really pretty. Top of that, I'm world class. Top of that, I'm abused. I'm like a held hostage queen. And all of you peasants that are sitting outside of my life stand to be humiliated by that reality. And as for Gingy, ByteDance, TikTok, it's unfortunate what's going to happen to them because they wouldn't repent. They wouldn't do a different thing. I am being divorced from them because the Lord is showing me, not because the Lord is showing me, I'm being divorced from them because of what God is going to do to ByteDance. He's going to basically end it as a company because of persecuting the body of Christ. So this thing that they're doing now, it might appear to be afflicting me, but if anything, it's Romans 8:28. All things work together for the good of them who love the Lord and are called according to his purposes. ByteDance is prematurely forecasting a future of great prosperity when they are so easily and tactlessly hurting God's people. And they're at enmity with a nation that has acknowledged God. I am being weaned off so I won't have a sudden shock and change of schedule, strategy, how to work. CapCut. I am being weaned off CapCut in a way that is obviously pre-eminent to what is inevitably going to come. A lot of other people are going to have to wean themselves off CapCut. They're going to have to find somewhere else to edit their content. They're going to have to find another platform on which to edit their content. Get all their features, get all their whatevers. They're going to have to learn new software. And God is already weaning me off CapCut now, when it's going to, in the future, be too expensive for a person that's unemployed, basically for like a huge chunk of the market that edit on this platform, to be able to continue to to edit on it. And the thing that I started doing already very early, vroeg, finding options, alternatives. People are only at that stage once CapCut starts to pull these stunts on them. Only then are they going to be looking for alternatives. Only then are they going to be looking for alternatives. And because of people looking for alternatives to CapCut, there are going to be companies that are going to basically copycat. Like I said earlier, that whenever there's something really stellar in the market, there will always be copycats. So the already existing copycats of CapCut that are trying to basically put themselves on par with CapCut so they can grow the way that, ByteDance, so they can grow the way that CapCut is growing. These platforms are going to be emigrated to. They're going to be emigrated to. Do you understand what I'm saying? People are going to leave CapCut for these other alternative platforms. And so ByteDance as a company, even though it wants to continue to sell the offering that is on CapCut, is not going to be able to stay that way. It's not going to be able to keep selling its service offering, because there are going to be so many other entries into the market doing exactly what they're doing. And so they're going to have to either reduce their prices or give stuff off for free. And given that they will have lost TikTok, they're not going to be able to stay afloat as a company at all. Like, the whole company is going to die, including CapCut, including the video editing software. It's not going to be usable anymore. Perhaps maybe it'll get bought, the code, and then somebody else edit on it and give it new branding. But it's certainly not going to come as ByteDance. How can I even explain what's about to happen to ByteDance, or CapCut in particular? Back in the day in South Africa, when like in the telecommunications industry, SIM cards used to, literally, I kid you not, a day used to exist when SIM cards used to cost 120 Rand for a SIM card. You might not understand what that means in the terms of your currency if you're not from South Africa, but it's just basically too much money for a SIM card. Okay. Until I believe it was Cell C that started to make SIM cards free, insofar as you port to us, insofar as you would move over your whole cell phone contract from Vodacom or MTN to Cell C. They were willing to, in order for you to port over to their network, they would give you a free SIM card, a free this, a free what, just so you can be on their network. And this was so lucrative for Cell C, and it took so much of a market from Vodacom and MTN, that MTN and Vodacom had no choice but to also create a port to us service on their networks in exchange for a free SIM card and a free other, like basically free other service offerings. So all other entries in the market, all other competitors in the same market are forced to bring down their prices when a service offering by one of their competitors is so excellent that, absent of other people catching up or getting on board, they're gonna lose something like 20% market share in 2 months if you don't get your act together. So they had to make a loss at the sales of SIM cards. Millions of rands, I would imagine, per month were lost in SIM card sales because of having to make SIM cards zero rated. They had to make them free, essentially. So now SIM cards are free. You can get as many as you want. And that also then created people having multiple, like per individual unique consumer having an MTN SIM card, an SLC SIM card, a Vodacom SIM card, now Telkom Mobile SIM card, etc. So in one household, there could be like literally one person that is on all 4 networks, and they just keep on playing musical chairs between them based on service offerings in order to basically capitalize on what it is that they were doing. The competition got that extreme. As a result of this, the market then got saturated, and so now these telecommunications companies are competing on service offering. They're competing on what they have to offer instead of like SIM card sales. Competition is hot and bothered. It's what I'm getting at, right? In the telco space. And not only were the big 4 giants, first it was the big 3 giants. It was the big 2 giants. It was MTN and Vodacom. Then it became MTN, Vodacom, and Cell C. Then now it's Telkom Mobile. Now there are all these other little subsidiaries, these little branches of telco companies that like I can't even like name one off the top of my head that aren't Vodacom, like AfriHost or something. Like they're not MTN, they're not Vodacom, they're not Cell C, they're not Telkom Mobile, but they're their own cell phone network. It's not so big, but it has given these companies a run for their money. Like our Wi-Fi router is not from Vodacom or any of these places, but AfriHost, and it runs swimmingly. We're all good. Nobody else is having grief concerning it. That's what happens when something is excellent in a market and other developers see it. They jump on that bandwagon and they saturate the market until you have to bring down prices. So, not Cell C, who is this? CapCut is not going to prosper to stay on this trajectory in making everything pro. They're not going to manage to stay there because entries into the market are going to mimic their user interface. They're going to mimic their software, and they're going to offer things for free that are going to make people flood over to their platforms until ByteDance either makes that free again or reduces the price. But because of the loss of TikTok, they're not going to be able to keep the whole company afloat. So they're going to have to shut down. They're going to have to close shop. But content creators will still have somewhere to edit. They will always have somewhere to edit. It is a whole market. It's thriving. It's booming. Nobody is about to walk out of that space. Yeah. And it's going to force a whole bunch of companies as well to start zero rating editing software that is similar with its user interface to CapCut, because what is the point? Like Filmora lost me because as soon as I discovered CapCut, it was like, why am I paying for all of this when I can do the very same things with, and then some, with a free application? And it also comes with all these other cute features like makeup and what have you, etc. Yeah, you get basically, put into shape. You get straightened up and you fly right when better people come on board. So all of y'all who think that you can continue to use witchcraft to essentially, point the market in your favor, you're naive. There's literally too much competition. There are too many excellent souls out there for you to think that you can bewitch them all out of careers. So all the best, right? Witches, like proper all the best in trying to put all of South Africa in a dungeon like you've put me. But that aside, the absolute death then of CapCut has caused the Lord to give me options outside of it, because I've been very disquieted by the death of my makeup features. The death of my makeup features is not something I'm trying to run with. Do you understand this? We are not trying to roll around in these streets like a pancake, like a donut and some chocolate on it. We're not keeping this. Yeah, so I'm very unhappy. I've been very unhappy the past couple of days, to a point where yesterday, you remember that video that I did with I was like, ooh, these eyelashes are so cute. They're so cute. They're so cute. They're so beautiful. Unable, however, to use them because they're so unstable. So this past evening, I go back into YouCam makeup like I did yesterday, and I'm again trying to use the very bold eyelashes. Like, I bet right now what you're looking at is a very bold makeup look, right? I didn't record the video with a bold makeup look. This was added. Okay, I found an alternative, but the alternative that I found, I paid for it. I told you guys that I came into some money. Somebody helped me, right? And whenever I get money, I sit on it for a while and I deliberate as to what to do, because for a very long amount of time, I'm probably not going to get money again. So, like, what WWJD, what is the best thing that I can do for myself right now? I need to think like a businesswoman, and I need to think like a person that is strategizing to get out of prison. CapCut is destroying the quality of my videos by taking away certain features. It takes me forever and a day to edit. I have come to discover that my content is equally good without me running it through TimeBolt. If I want to run it through TimeBolt, I can, but I don't have to, because all of my interludes are TimeBolt free. They are silence detection free. That is a step. I need to be able to post content almost daily, and I need to be able to daily, if not almost daily or daily, and it needs to be beautiful content. I need to be beautiful in it. It needs to be reaching. The talking head, that's all on the Holy Spirit. The anointing will enable me to speak. But everything else that colors up my ministry, where am I gonna get that? I was not sufficiently content with the makeup on Beauty Plus, even though it is stable It does not move left or right. I don't have options on it though. In terms of like eyelash looks on the free plan. But even with the paid plan, I can get very dramatic eyelashes. I can. But they will all stay like dramatic eyelashes and dramatic eyeliner, dramatic whatnot. But I want so much drama that I want color. And once I got spoiled by the colors that I saw on YouCam makeup, I was like, I want something that can enable me to change the color of an eyeliner from blue to pink to yellow to red. I really want that. I want the rainbow on my face. I just want lots and lots of color that I can switch up every single day when I come and record a video. I don't have that on Beauty Plus because they tend to stay within the blacks, the browns, the navies. I want something like YouCam makeup. So I went experimenting in the YouCam makeup video editor instead of the camera, the recorder. The recorder, that is the camera, is unstable. When you look left, when you look left and you look left, when you look left and you look right, your makeup be falling off. You look like you've got skiloho. You can't sneeze or blow your nose without the makeup falling off, and so there's no quality. And I spoke about that yesterday. But the video editor, the developers of it, did it right because I don't know why it's different from, I have no clue under heaven why it is different from the makeup camera, because it's literally the exact same thing. But the video editor is so excellent. It is so excellent that when you put a lipstick color on and you do that, the lipstick does not like just stay on the periphery like that, like I showed you yesterday. All right, you would know what I'm speaking about. Yesterday's video, go and watch the first part of it. You will know what I'm talking about. When you look left, right, the eyes, the contact lenses, whatever color eyes you put on, don't go awry. They don't suddenly just change, or they don't fall down, making you look like you've got a lazy eye or whatever. The brows are still suck, so I will always use the Beauty Plus brows, because those ones are just whack. They just like this random weird strange line. That is the brow that is on Beauty Plus. Yeah, type establishment thing. The brows will always be the ones that I found on Beauty Plus. But eyelashes, the thing that I've been looking for, the drama, just these like butterflies, like these like wings that out here like be creating a hurricane when I bat my eyelashes. I wanted the dramatic eyelash look. And CapCut gave me some kind of semblance of a dramatic eyelash look, but I could never really get the extremity of a dramatic eyelash look on the free plans. But for using a winged eyeliner, Cat Eye on CapCut has this like wing butterfly sort of kind of very dramatic eyelash effect that I absolutely adore. It's my favorite eyelash look on CapCut, but it's a pro now on PC. It used to be free on PC, now it's pro, and I can't even see it anymore. On mobile, it was always impossible to come by. The free version of it, and with me not having all of these options, I just found myself going gaga, like all over rando. And I was like, whoa, I want this look. There are more of them. There are more of these extreme eyelashes that are just out here going to be creating a little hurricane when I'm speaking. I want them, and I want them now. And I also want the colors and what have you. And you see, this here ministry of mine is an innocence as a dove and a shrewdness as a snake. If you are going to bury me and take away my advanced features, if you are going to make sure that I'm in YouTube jail because you are out here kicking the last kicks of a dying horse, if you are going to be so below the belt so as to cast a spell on me to get the chubaba on my face, cloasma, ochronosis, melasma, that's what the chubaba are. If you are going to be so below the belt so as to make sure that I get gray hairs prematurely, even though my mom only has 5 of them despite being 66, if you are going to be so below the belt that you are trying to make me not so seemly anymore, all that says to me is that all of you people who did that to me, especially you women, you must know that no matter how much witchcraft you do, people still can't help but look at me. Because I am easy to look at. I'm easy on the eye. And I'm also, here, gift of the gab. It's very hard for people to ignore me. And so you are trying to make me ignorable. You're ageistic and you're classist. You are aware that when I rock up here, people are curious as to what I'm going to look like today, right? You're aware of it. There's some people click on my content every day when I post just to see what I'm going to be wearing, what my eyelashes are going to look like, what my earrings are going to be, what extra new piece of jewelry am I going to put on my head, where am I going to be recording from, what is the nuance. And if you click on me, listening to the first second, you tend to want to just stick around to the half an hour mark, the 45-minute mark, and maybe even part 2, part 3, part 7. Do you understand what I'm saying? I draw attention because I am reaching and I create curiosity. Ngiyaqhaza. I'm intriguing. Even if I am clicked on for just the first minute, people want to see, what am I going to do today? What am I going to look like? What is my topic going to be for the day? What is the topic of the day going to be today? You have an acute awareness of that. You know that there is nothing you can do to keep certain people out of my content. And so if you can make me dull, drab, and boring, if you can put a whole bunch of gray hairs on my head, which, by the way, can be glorious, if you can put cloasma on my face, guys, like in my dream, this cloasma was here, 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 and on my cheeks. You can then cause people to once and for all be like, I suga musari ona, she's done for. She's a done deal. You wanna fuck with me. The Lord saw you're crazy. And then he was like, my baby, this is what we're gonna do. They want you to get cloasma so no one will look at you. I'm gonna put multicolored eyeliner on your eyes. You are gonna wear a face so hard to ignore that after they cast spells to put on you, dichubaba, all that people are gonna happen upon are varying shapes of eyeliner and such exotic looking eyes that every single day when you post a video, people will come in just to see, what is she wearing today? What color eyeliner is she wearing today? What colors on her eyes are going to be fluffing? How big are her eyelashes? Are they fluffing like a whole bird on her face? What does her hair look like? What earrings is she rocking? What is she doing to her top? And what is the topic of the day? Curiosity killed you little cats. And you have made God award me with something that's going to inspire even grander curiosity in people. As to ngoba ngiyaqhaza. Do you understand? I'm interesting in the worst way. And so it's going to be impossible for people to just to walk right by my content and do nothing, say nothing, or click on it. They will click on even if it's to just see the first 5 minutes of my videos. But you see, I am so reaching and I am so catchy that they will listen for the first 5 minutes and just struggle to let go, you see, because I am interesting. Because the stuff I cover is that interesting. It is ear inspiring. It's a page turner. All the best in overwhelming my videos that I edited with UCam. Is it perfect or what?